Let's take a look at Jay-Z. Probably of all the faces being requested, this was the guy that was requested the most. So I was forced into reading this guy's face. Interesting face. So there's 9 face shapes. He's a cross between a tree face. That's the length of his face. Tree faces, deeply rooted, but they like to grow on their own. Don't like to be trimmed back. Wouldn't want to be the guy that tries to do the hedge trimmers on this guy. Well, it's not going to bode well for him. And he's got some real narrowness to his chin, so there's a lot of fire energy. So he's very sensitive. Likes to grow on his own, and he's very, very sensitive. The next thing I want to pay attention to is the right and left sides of the face. The right side is what we show to the world, our right eye. It's our public persona. It's what we want the world to see. And it's our mother's influence. The left side is our true inner private self. So if we cover up this guy's left eye, when we look at that right eye, this guy's intense. I mean, hyper-focused, super intense individual. Can that be a blessing and a curse? Yeah, absolutely. That intensity will drive him and make him accomplish what he sets out to accomplish. But that intensity can be off-putting to those around him. Now, when we cover up... I hate this part. And when we cover up that right eye and just look at that left eye, this is his true inner private self. I always go with the first thing that I notice and what comes to my mind. And this guy's kind of uncaring. He's almost hateful. And it's, God, I hate saying those things like hateful to describe another human being, but it's what I see. I'm just reading the tea leaves. Notice how unlevel his eyes are. This is a sign of a concussion, a traumatic brain injury. Did he have a physical concussion? My guess is yes. You fall off a horse in sports, in football, get knocked out or anything like that. You can also have what's called an emotional concussion. You can have so much stress that it literally concusses your brain just like you hit your head on the concrete. So it's kind of interesting. His eyebrows, very different heights. This is a sign that there was parental stress. He probably had less than a stellar relationship with a parent or a step parent. Again, don't know his history. His eyebrows are very high set. This comes across as aloof. He's got high standards, but he chooses which standards he's going to apply to his life. I'm a little uncomfortable saying that. I'm just reading based on what his left eye tells me. Underneath his eyes, some pretty significant adrenal lines. They're the lines that come out of the corner and sweep across the face. This indicates he's been under quite a bit of stress. We all are under stress. That's never the question. It's do we adapt or do we maladapt? When these lines get like this, there's some adaptation to stress. Obviously, the stress in his world is probably huge, but probably a lot of it's self-inflicted. The other thing, we look at the tip of his nose, very gourmand nose. This guy's a quality over quantity individual. Again, with that uncaring, hateful side that I see, some of this quality stuff he might obtain in less than stellar ways. Might be some untoward there. Hairline, very uneven. This indicates he probably enjoyed his teen years. I guarantee his parents did not. Probably very rebellious as a teen. Health-wise, obviously, some stress issues I'd be very concerned with. He does have the beginning of a hook-shaped line here. This is a prostate marker. He does have some discoloration up in the corner of his eyes. It's called the inner canthus. This is the blood sugar. But the big thing is a traumatic brain injury. And how much that affects him, hard to tell, but it'd be something I wouldn't ignore if I were his physician. So that's Jay-Z. Didn't totally enjoy reading his face. Don't ever like to speak words that are felt as unkind, but again, just have to read the tea leaves. Hope you enjoyed. Have you enjoyed the faces we've diagnosed thus far? Do you have someone you'd like to see diagnosed? Put it in the comments and it just might happen. Hope you enjoy.